Well, welcome in to Game 3 of our quadruple header. Jesse O, Alvin Dalebay is going to get a little bit more on the screen. And we're here to bring you more FBA basketball on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management. Well, so 0-0 ball game up on the clock. And Alvin, this one's between the Gainesville Mighty Oaks and the Tampa Gunners. What do you got for me on both of these teams?
So I definitely think that the Mighty Oaks have the advantage. Just coming off of two tightly contested losses, they're really trying to find a way to get back into the win column, whereas the Tampa Gunners are at the bottom of the barrel so far, with being the only defeated team in the FBA. They play very stout defense. However, the Mighty Oaks should find a way to utilize their fast-paced offense to score a lot of points.
Rodriguez over to the right. Now here's King. We try to reverse take there. And already our first foul in the ball game. So taking it out on the far side will be Ashley Thomas. He'll throw it into Matt Richardson. Ensign Garcia, Danny Rodriguez, and Dylan King in to round out the starting few. And Matt Richardson, a nice takedown low for his first two of the game. Other side, Anthony Young, Jonathan Johnson, and over left side, James Wesley, Eden Demirovich, and Joquan Whitley wearing number 5 today. 2-0 ball game. Tampa Gunners are in the lead. Ashley Thomas in the face of Anthony Young is an air ball. And Thomas trying to plead his case over on the near side. Wesley on the left, Joquan Whitley now beyond the arc. That one tapped around by Demirovich. And now to Young, who takes the 3 on the right. No good. Jonathan Johnson down low. And a foul.
So Johnson getting to the line early, and he's a very aggressive ball player. He likes to live on the block and do things like of that nature. However, he also does a phenomenal job of knocking down some mid-range jumpers, mixing up his game, getting some threes in as well. He was their leading scorer in their loss versus Brevard. Just trying to figure out a way to get them back in the win column this game.
Jonathan Johnson in the last game that they had 39 points, was 17 of 25 from the field, 5 of 7 from the free throw stripe, and had 10 rebounds, so a double-double in their loss to the Bobcats, which, again, took them down to the wire, and we'll talk about that in just a sec. Garcia from the left side, off the mark on the right, Ashley Thomas a rebound. Thomas's shoes are nice.
Yeah.
Danny Rodriguez catch and shoot, no good, out beyond the arc. Whitley for 3 as he falls down, no good, and the putback by Demirovich.
The electrician. And for those of you who don't know, I call him the electrician just because he actually is an electrician in his off-duty, off-FBA life. So he knows how to wire some things, and right there wiring the ball into the basketball goal.
So a little action on the floor here. We're seeing what this one's about. The inbound from Rodriguez. Thomas on the near side, dribbling right on Wesley, trying to create some room. Now he gets a screen from Ensign Garcia down low, and Garcia puts that one through.
That was a really good offensive possession, and a great job by Ensign getting deep into the paint.
Whitley steps back. No good on the shot. From the left elbow, Anthony Young, good.
That's something Anthony Young is very good at, getting deep in those seams and just finding little crevices in the defense to release a nice, solid, fundamental jump shot.
Rodriguez with a take to the basket and is fouled.
So a little bit about these two teams. Tampa Gunners are averaging about 101 points per game, shooting about 74% from the free throw line and 35% from the field, whereas the Mighty Oaks average about 113 points per game, 43% from the field goal, and 74 as well from the stripe. Both teams are in the negative as far as assists and turnovers go per team, which is something that's going to be interesting coming down the stretch, because that tells you that both teams have a hard time keeping their turnovers down.
Whitley fouled. We're all tied up here, 5-5. I say that like it's a big feat to be tied up at 5-5. It's still the beginning of the ball game, Jesse. All right, I got it. We're back in it.
We're locked and loaded and ready to go. Great take.
Wesley fouled as he goes towards the basket. So he'll go to the line and shoot two. James Wesley did not play last game, but averages 5 points per game and 3 rebounds per game, shooting 50% from the free throw stripe.
One thing about athletes in the FBA, they typically have just interesting backstories, and James Wesley is no exception. He is the owner of Courtside Eats in Jacksonville, and if you're listening to this game, Jesse, Mark Fedora King, Jair Bear, and I will be in Jacksonville just salivating, trying to get one of his dishes, because he also is the head chef, so he knows how to fillet some food as he fillets the rim on that one.
Nice.
That just made me so hungry.
I went unwell. Rodriguez, a few dribbles left inside of the three-point arc. No good. 7-5 ball game. Demirovic back to Jonathan Johnson, and Jonathan Johnson up with the right hand. Tipped in by Demirovic.
Good job staying attentive on that glass. Demirovic getting the putback up and in.
Dylan King getting around Demirovic and making the shot.
That's going to be an interesting matchup with Dylan King and Demirovic.
Ball tipped out. And Gainesville still has possession. Demirovic backing in on Dylan King, creating some room, and a travel.
Both of those guys average similar stats. So Dylan King, just to rattle off some numbers for the Tampa Gunners, is averaging about 8 points and 9.3 rebounds and 1.3 steals per game, whereas Eden for the Mighty Oaks is averaging 9.8 points per game and 10.8 rebounds on the same amount of steals with 1.3. So both of these guys are the exact same, similar cutouts. Interesting to see who's going to give them their team a slight advantage.
Ashley Thomas, right corner with 5 seconds on the shot clock. And an offensive foul. (9-7) ball game with under 8 minutes to play in the first. So like Coach AJ Stallworth likes to do, he's going to pretty much sub out his whole team on the floor.
Yep, they gave him good minutes. And early on in this game, or in typically all his games, he likes to just throw out complete subs, new rosters, and then the second half later on in the game, whoever's been hot is who stays in the game when it really matters. Wow.
James Wesley, the little scoop down low, no good. And Ashley Thomas pulls down the rebound. He'll push in transition, go in the other direction, and then realizes he can't run into a whole team there. Mike Coffey up top, no good. Richardson takes that one back and loses control of it down low.
And early on, Malik Watson is very active on the offensive board. You see him giving them another possession. What's name is to convert? But look for Malik Watson to have a game tonight.
Travel there by Rodney Walker, and the ball going the other direction. So it's interesting to kind of see the matchups here. Malik Watson, he's got to be the leading scorer.
He is.
The second leading scorer for the Tampa Gunners, and he comes in off the bench.
And he averages a double-double. But his gameplay is to hustle all over the court and give you everything you need. So it's very interesting. The Sixth Man of the Year award is going to be tightly contested.
Oh, yeah. There's a steal from Richardson. Richardson pushing ahead and making the shot. So Tampa trying to get their first win of the year, and Coach A.J. Stallworth is going to have to call a timeout. And we're going to have to take a timeout from our broadcast here. 9-9, we are all tied up here in the broadcast. And we'll take a break from our broadcast real quick. Back here for FBA action as Coach A.J. Stallworth had to call a timeout there. Paco Dervishi from the left side. Paco hitting a three.
Huge shot by Paco. He's been missed a little bit. 6'2" guard out of Tyler Junior College from Clearwater does a great job knocking home trifecta.
Richardson down low, up with the right hand.
Great job by Richardson attacking early on in this game and going up amongst the trees, getting it up and in.
Dervishi fighting over a screen and an offensive foul on Elijah Gray.
Good job by Richardson, really fighting relentlessly to get around that screen and was able to force him to just wiggle a little too much to try to get that contact. Nap for it.
12-11 to score. The Gunners are up by one. Coffey, Malik Watson towing the line left side and hitting the three.
Big shot by Watson.
(14-12) ball game. Ball stolen away. Malik Watson, right corner, stops on a dime. Passes it in, good ball movement. Reggie Lowe, the former player of the week. And Dervishi, the rebound. Gordy, far side, dribbling in. Hayes to Dervishi again. And that one just rims out and a foul on the floor.
Interesting enough, that was Watson's first three made of the season. He was shooting 4% from three. He hasn't really shot him as well.
Wow. All right.
Welcome to the FBA.
Whistle on the floor as Coffey's shot went up. We're in game 3 of our 4-game quadruple header Sunday here. And it'll be in this format pretty much throughout the rest of the season. 4 games, back to back to back to back. I think that's 4, back to back to back. Yeah, 4, there we go.
I don't know, counting's hard.
Yeah. Reggie Lowe dribbling in on Dervishi. Has that one tipped around, Encarnacion. Throws it right. And now Coffee one step in from beyond the arc. Encarnacion, one dribble. That one didn't go in. Dervishi, the pass ahead to Jabari Hayes. Hayes up with the right hand and good. Look for Jabari Hayes to get big down low. Obviously, it looks like with Dylan King out of the ball game that Gainesville will have the height advantage in the game. Just running their entire plays on offense.
Definitely. It seems like they're going to have small ball going, and this is going to be a very fast-paced offense. And I really like Jabari Hayes versus Malik Watson.
Jonathan Johnson the steal, and Jonathan Johnson the putback on the other side of the floor.
Doing a great job of hustling early on in this game. That's what he brings to the table. A high motor. All he does in his free time is work out and get better. You're watching that right now.
Coffee misses the mid-range, and here comes Hayes going the other direction. Doherty, the sharpshooter, spinning in on Matt Richardson. Now pulls it back out, getting shifty, running baseline, shoots Richardson off of him, now passes left, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hayes turning, surveying, throwing it up top, and Jonathan Johnson couldn't hold on to it. Coffee taps it out of bounds, so Gainesville gets the ball back.
Great hustle by Coffee on that. However, the beneficiary of that possession is the Mighty Elks. Now they have, oh, never mind. They still have 7 seconds left on the shot clock.
Jonathan Johnson from the left elbow, off the mark, and Encarnacion on the rebound. That one's stolen away by Hayes. Hayes down low for the putback, and it's good. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks have the lead 18-14.
Great job turning defense into offense by Jabari Hayes.
Down low, Richardson no good. Hayes the pass ahead to Jonathan Johnson. Will throw it down! Jonathan Johnson, this is the guy. Left wing 3, good! Reggie Lowe showing us why he is a former FBA player of the week.
Basketball fans everywhere, you love to see a sequence like that. A dunk on one end and a big 3 on the other.
A foul on the floor. Juan Gonzalez checking into the game. Hayes to inbound. Whitley, turnaround jumper, good! Whitley with his first 2 points. Reggie Lowe to Encarnacion, who flips it up and rattles around and in.
Both teams starting to really open up offensively, getting some difficult shots to fall.
There's a turnover. Reggie Lowe, foul down low.
That's a good job, just pushing the issue on offense. You understand you have numbers, you have a situation you would like to take advantage of, and just full steam ahead. Reggie Lowe doing a great job.
(22-19) with 2 minutes to play in the first. A lot of fouls already in the beginning of this ball game.
These two teams haven't figured each other out yet, so not able to shuffle their feet quick enough. to play solid defense.
Reggie Lowe makes one, and now it's 22-20. Right side, Doherty off the mark. Now they'll try him again. Foot on the line, that's a long two, and it's good.
That's called the KD foot from now on. Good shot by Doherty.
Lowe off on that one. Full court pass cut off by Coffey. Now Coffey looking ahead, throwing right. Gonzalez getting into the lane, throws it up with his right hand, and it bounces around, and it's good.
That's a great job attacking the lane once again, and Gonzalez getting it up and in.
1 minute and 15 seconds left to play in the first. And Paco stepped out of bounds.
And how about the defeated teams today? You have the Pride coming in to a very hot start and riding that all the way to victory. And now you see the Gunners trying to emulate that with their own respect. Gonzalez playing stout defense, giving them a chance to knock this game up at 24.
Gonzalez throwing it to the right corner. Coffey back to Gonzalez out beyond the arc, gets around Whitley, and Whitley fouls Gonzalez as he goes out to the ground. So now here's Gonzalez from the line. And we haven't seen much of Gonzalez this season. His first game was last game against the Bobcats. But he makes his first free throw. Gonzalez had 10 points in that game. Didn't shoot a free throw, but was 5 of 8 from the field. Not a bad debut.
Definitely does a good job for the Gunners. He averages about 7.5 points per game, and he's shooting 50% on season, 75% from the free throw line, which is where you want him to be. However, he's mostly utilized in the locker room. You see him as a leader, helping his guys whenever there's a tough situation. They look to him to be a vocal leader for this team.
Hayes, baseline, jumper! Yes, sir. Jabari Hayes with 6 points. Now it's a 26-24 game. 36 seconds on the game clock. Reggie Lowe in front of Paco Dervishi. Encarnacion on the rebound. Coffey, a 3, left corner. That one just rattles out. Here comes Hayes on the other side. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hayes going up strong with the left hand.
2 possessions where Jabari Hayes makes great utilization of his skill set. The first possession, someone tries to throw it off his leg, he picks it. Wow.
Hayes, another one. And Hayes going the other direction, and he couldn't lay that one through. Coffey to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez back to Watson. Left corner, Coffey for a 3 to end. And it's off the front side of the iron. So a 4-point difference between these two teams, but after 1 quarter, the Gainesville Mighty Oaks have the lead, 28-24. As we're going to take a break from our broadcast real quick, and we'll be back with you for another quarter of action and so much more basketball coming up in just a second. back here for the second quarter now. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks have the lead by 4, but the Gunners in possession. So the last time the Gunners played, they fell behind early against Brevard and did not have enough firepower to have a chance to come back in that game. They lost 122 to 99. Watson played well, had 26 points and 17 rebounds. Here's Gonzalez on a pump fake, now gets inside, couldn't get that one to fall. Encarnacion pass to the left, Coffey likes taking threes, and he's missed all of them so far.
0 for 4 from beyond the arc. Gotta find a way to get his shot to fall.
It's another turnover by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, and they've struggled with turnovers this season, averaging almost 23 a game. A nice flip in on the other side by Juan Gonzalez, who now has 6 points.
Very fundamentally sound. Right there, taking advantage of a poor defense, getting all the way to the rack.
Here's something for you. As I'm kind of reading my notes now, Jonathan Johnson getting inside for an easy basket. I wrote down that even though Watson played well, the Gunners shot 26% from 3 last game and took a lot of them. like almost an embarrassing amount. A nice block down low by Demirovic, and there's a turnover. James Wesley going in the other side. He gets fouled as he goes up for the shot. But the Gunners in that game turned the ball over 27 times while shooting 60% from the free throw stripe. So the Gunners kind of looking to get into the win column for their first time this season.
That's not going to cut it, though, because you can't, if you understand that you're not shooting too hot and you don't have guys getting offensive boards, you have to stop shooting the three. You have to start shooting shots that you know you can make. Get better looks at the basket, or get in the gym and get your three-point percentage up. But that's very tough to watch.
So now here's James Wesley from the line. So Gainesville lost their last game to the Bobcats. Johnson had 39 points, 10 rebounds. And the last 3 games that they have lost have been by 6 points or less, Alvin.
That just goes to show that they're in these games. However, they just haven't figured out a way to close. And that's a pretty big stint to have on your team. Not knowing how to close, as though we witnessed last game with the Winter Park Storm, not figuring out a way to close it out. And now they have a great opportunity to knock their way back into the win column, but they have to find their will in the second half.
Jonathan Johnson couldn't get that one to fall. So now here comes Encarnacion to Reggie Lowe, who's got a very low sort of release point. Encarnacion, the floater over to Mirovic.
And typically, Coach AJ wants to see the Mighty Oaks utilize their guard plays. That means Anthony Young, they want to see him get very aggressive, shooting his shots and doing what, even though he missed that one, but doing stuff like that, getting everyone involved, but also making sure he's involved.
Malik Watson, a beautiful fadeaway from the left side. That is his second basket of the day. He's now got 5 points. It's a 31-30 ball game. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks lead by 1. Demirovic off the front iron. And Demirovic wanted a foul from the officials. Reggie Lowe, right wing again, and off the mark.
That's a bad shot because you just missed your last 3 and there's no one in the paint. You have no, very early in the shot clock, you can't, that's unacceptable.
So Anthony Young off again. Here's a take to the basket by Gonzalez, down low, safe from going out of bounds by Johnson. Here comes Young. Young in a 2-on-1 in transition. Now throws it left. Whitley loading up a 3. That one tapped out of bounds by Demirovic.
Wow. Watson is my favorite player on the Gunners for that reason alone. It is a 3-on-1 fast break opportunity for the Mighty Oaks, and Watson shuts it all down by playing stout defense on Anthony Young, rides with him, and then a missed shot. He's everywhere at once. Great job by Watson being a lethal defender on that possession.
Whitley shooting around 30% this season. And how about Reggie Lowe flipping it up and in? So a little bit of a different shot try there by Reggie Lowe. Not a 3. He's able to get that one to fall.
And that was a beautiful take by Reggie Lowe. You love to see him utilize that. And right now, you want to see him knock this.
Gonzalez, the putback, no. Wesley going the other way. Wesley trying to get fancy with it. Picked up by Whitley. The bounce pass down low. Demirovic going up strong and making the shot.
Refs are letting them play on this with this one.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fouls were called in the first quarter. There's the pocket picked by Whitley, and Whitley putting it through.
That was such a smooth grab right there. Nice job timing the dribble and turning defense into offense.
35-32 with under 8 minutes to play in the second quarter. Watson trying to cross up Demirovic, and the Mighty Oaks get the rebound back. Here's Wesley running the floor the other direction, picks up his dribble, throws it left from the baseline, stepping in, the sky hook by Johnson, no good, ball's tipped around. Johnson, the second chance is good. Great job by Demirovic of getting his guy a second chance.
And that's what Demirovic brings to the table. He is in double figures for rebounds, and the majority of those being offensive. He does a great job of getting the board and dishing it right back out to a slashing guy who can make a play, and that time it just so happened to be Johnny Johnson.
Anthony Young on the near side, traveled before he made the bank shot there.
That's tough. Anthony Young, a little quieter than we're used to seeing in this first half. However, when he starts to let it fly, it is a problem for the opposing team.
37-32 in the second quarter. Gainesville by 5. There's the pass inside to Cooper. Dribbling low, and he couldn't make the shot from right under the basket. Whitley going the other direction. Draws some contact, stays in front. Demirovic, a nice pass over behind his head, and Hayes denied at the basket. Thomas going the other direction, passes out. Gonzalez for 3, and it's off the front. A lid on the basket, as you would say right now, Alvin. Whitley finally puts it through. It's a 39-32 ball game. Gainesville up by 7.
That is a good job by moving the rock around and cutting. Being intentional with the ball. Great job by the Mighty Oaks.
10 points now for Hayes with 6.5 minutes left to play in the second. We're going to take a timeout real quick from our broadcast. It's a 7-point game. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks have the lead.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner and streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
Well, if you're just joining us, welcome into our quadruple header. It's a lot of basketball in one day, but we're here, and we're happy, and we're hungry. What other H word can I come up with? We are healthy.
We are healthy.
Very, very healthy. Jesse O, Alvin Del Bay, Mark King, bringing you FBA basketball. Ensign Garcia down low, blocked, and called for a travel.
Interesting ball there. Could have gone to be either a jump ball or travel.
Hayes, Dervishi, Demirovic, Doherty, and Whitley in for the Mighty Oaks. And it's Thomas, Cooper, King, Gonzalez, and Garcia for the Gunners. Extra pass. And Doherty getting to his spot, left elbow.
That was beautiful fundamentals. Jab step, quick dribble, pull-up jumper, knocks it down. Doherty knocking the rust off the basket.
Thomas taking it right side. Bounce pass into King, and King airballs a shot from 5 feet out. And the Mighty Oaks get the ball back going the other direction. And that's a pass well too high of Hayes, and he can't hold on to it. And Coach AJ's reaction.
Honestly,
he's just bewildered.
Shout out to all the fans who watch the Mighty Oaks play. But you have to tune into his theatrics on the sideline. That is arguably the main event of the Mighty Oaks playing.
I love seeing him and Mark King, the coach of the flight, kind of go at each other. Fedora King. Nice shot there by Ashley Thomas up top.
Very animated coaches, but that's what you love. You love playing for a guy who loves the game just as much as you do.
Thomas the steal, going the other direction. Will slow some things down with under 5 minutes to play. Pass down to the baseline. Garcia getting some room, and his second chance is good.
Wow, that was just a nice old head move. Like, if you go to a basketball, all basketball fans know, you go to a park, there's just that guy who just utilizes his body so well. Anthony Garcia using that spin move and throwing his weight around so well, getting that bucket.
Demirovic down low now with 8 points. Out of Bosnia. And he's been playing pretty well for the Mighty Oaks this year. Almost at a double-double in points and rebounds. Garcia spinning into the lane. Down low, King has it blocked from behind. As Garcia saves it from going out of bounds. Here come the Mighty Oaks. Passes over to the right wing. Doherty, the sharpshooter, hits the 3. Doherty with 7.
And that's just a nice job by Jabari, actually leading his defender away from the tray line, and Doherty obviously for knocking it down. But nice IQ play by the 3 guys on that possession.
You know, the Tampa Gunners take a lot of threes, but they only shoot 25%.
They don't make a lot of them. They shoot a lot, but they don't come down.
Sometimes numbers are funny, you know?
But that's why you need analytics in the game. Imagine coming into the game knowing, man, I shoot 25% from behind the arc. Maybe I shouldn't shoot this 3.
A 9-point lead for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the quarter.
Juan Whitley usually hangs out beyond the arc and tries to facilitate on that one, being very aggressive, shifting his defender on that one, getting all the way to the lane before getting fouled, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
You're not. Hayes 1 step inside the left wing, and the rebound tapped around by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks.
Mighty Oaks are pretty solid defensively, bringing in about 11 steals per game. However, that is very tightly contested with the Gunners, who also bring in 11 steals per game. However, the Mighty Oaks have the slight advantage in blocks, with 1 more block at 4 versus the Gunners at 3. So both of these teams have a strong defensive identity. However, the Mighty Oaks do a far better job in transition. So that's going to be something that you're going to have to look forward to coming down the stretch of this one.
So a timeout was taken here on the floor. But with 3:23 left, we'll keep it here for this one. And Alvin, obviously, it's hard to be one of the only defeated teams in the league so far.
Now they're the only defeated team. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Pride have gotten a W versus the Brevard Bobcats, which is a top-notch team in this league. So now, Tampa understanding that, they know that their buddies at the bottom of the barrel, the bottom of the crab shack, you know, they got their win. So now they're trying to find a way to do the same thing.
But the cool thing is that the Pride in that game came out and they looked like a completely different team. Their warm-up was differently. They were playing together as Doherty steps out of bounds there. I mean, they looked like an absolutely completely different team. As soon as they stepped onto the floor, playing with energy, playing with passion, playing together. They shared a ball a lot. Today they got the most assists that they've ever gotten in this season so far. And they realized, okay, you know what? we're going to kind of keep jamming this other team inside because obviously we're not that good at shooting threes. But then you have a team like the Gunners. They're shooting lots of threes. You got to, sometimes you got to, I think what I'm saying is you have to change up the game plan every now and then.
Pretty much the Pride, they did soul searching. They actually looked in the mirror and figured out what they needed to do to get better, and then they did that today. And Brevard was not ready for that because they came out as a whole new team. Everything that we're used to seeing, they changed it, and they were able to come victorious. Whereas right now the Gunners, they didn't do that. They came out the same way they usually come out. They're doing the same things they usually do. They're shooting the same percentage they typically shoot. So it's probably going to be more of the same, and right now the scoreboard reflects that.
Danny Rodriguez, one dribble in the corner, no good on the three.
And we've been saying that all game. It's only the second quarter, and we've already been saying that. So it's going to be hard for them to creep their way into victory if they don't change some things. And that's getting into the seams, that's being solid on defense and just playing with the heart that Malik Watson really plays with.
Dervishi down low, and he wanted to find Gray, but it was tapped out of bounds.
So Mighty Oaks are ahead in this one by 9, and they're not even playing their best basketball in my opinion. The Stars are not shining as bright as they usually do. However, they're just able to hang around in the lead. Let's see if they can really start opening it up later on.
Catch and shoot by Thomas. That's got to be their first made three in the second quarter.
Definitely their first made three. Great job by Thomas. Release that thing way up there and letting it come down in the hoop.
I mean, maybe it's their second made three, but it's been a while. Dervishi a three right side. Good! Paco Dervishi. Now this guy hits threes.
That's tough for the Gunners. You finally get a three to fall, and immediately it gets eradicated on the other end by Paco.
And a foul on the floor, so that won't lead to shots. A minute and 15 to go. Nine-point difference between these two teams. Garcia catches Doherty in the air. Now Garcia down low. Foul.
Beautiful basketball by Garcia. He recognizes the three ball is not falling. So he gets them up in the air and drives it in and ends up at the free throw line. And he is actually shooting pretty solid from the three-point line. He's shooting it at about 43% from beyond the arc. So that is someone you want to shoot the three. However, he realizes it's not going, and now he's going to shoot two, but he's not doing so hot from the line, averaging about 50%, typically splitting, but he knocks in that first one.
So Ensign Garcia at 17 points last game, was 1 of 2 from the free throw stripe in their loss to the Brevard Bobcats. Was 6 of 14 from the field as well. So Garcia, now with those two makes, has 6 points. His team trailing by 7. Dervishi to the right side, Elijah Gray shoots it over King, and he gets his own rebound. Hayes, one step in, and hits the mid-range.
Wow, that's a beautiful, confident jump shot by Jabari Hayes, getting into the lane right there, or to the seam that is, knocking it home.
Thomas getting by Hayes. King lost the handle of the ball, and here come the Mighty Oaks with 40 seconds left to go. Hayes into the lane, and a charge.
That was a very stout defensive play by Richardson, sliding his feet, understanding that he was probably going to utilize the Euro step, and he got there and got the charge. Great job. But on the defensive end, that's a great job by Jabari Hayes, being tenacious on the defensive end, getting that steal and actually facilitating that offensive possession.
51 to 42. Mighty Oaks by 9. So a little bit over 30 seconds to play in the second period here. How about Joquan Whitley kind of getting to his spot? He just keeps getting to his spot on the right side. That mid-range pull-up jumper, he's got 12 points now.
He does a phenomenal job of recognizing where his strong suits are. And I think that's just a testament to Coach AJ and what he brings to the table and the culture he's instilled in this team, because everyone knows their role and they play it very well. Jaquan Whitley understands that he is a dynamic three-point shooter. He gets to his spots, he gets to attacks the seams. Jared Doherty, he's a sharp shooter by all ranks. He can shoot from the tray, he can get to the seams, and everyone typically shoots very well. And they have Jabari Hayes, who is the glue. He comes in, he plays stout defense, and he can score as well offensively. Paco lights it up from beyond the arc. Everyone knows their role, and they play it very, very well.
The amount of Dervishi. Joquan Whitley with Garcia's hand in his face. Now he'll roll left off of the screen from Gray. From the left corner, baseline, no good, and Hayes is fouled as he goes up for the second chance. Garcia doesn't like the call.
Definitely does not like the call, but man, you wouldn't be in that situation if you put a body on him. Jabari Hayes just fighting feverishly on that offensive glass, gets rewarded on that last one, and now he's going to be shooting two. This is not somebody you want to be feasting at the line. He knocks it in at about 83% from the stripe, and when he's not in the gym working hard, putting in countless hours, he loves long walks on the beach, which is like perfect. The sun's out.
Can we go for a long walk on the beach right now? It's like a beautiful day outside. It's finally not feeling like hurricane season.
By the time we get out of here,
like I say, it's a beautiful day to be inside.
Sun's shining through these
Sun
windows.
is shining, birds are chirping, and Ashley Thomas is going up with a reverse and making the shot. Thomas now with 8 points, 8 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is up. Left corner three from Hayes, catch and shoot, just rims out. And Garcia will desperation heave that one to end the second quarter. 51-44. After 2 quarters of action, a lot of fouls in the first quarter, and both teams doing a good job of being less handsy in the second. It's a close game, and we'll see what happens in the second half of this one. And in our final game, our Sunday night game of the week. Stay tuned, a lot more basketball on the way.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications. An idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data in sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Fries and shakes Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner and streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
World where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends.
I want the keto.
I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon.
I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go!
Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Booyah burgers were great. Booyah burgers rock!
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner and streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
We're back here for third quarter of action. 12 minutes goes up on the clock. Alvin, you got a chance to talk to both coaches at the half, and I'm very curious what the Tampa Gunners coach said first.
So Tampa Gunners, they initially think that the only thing they need to do is box out. They're actually happy with where they are in this game so far, feeling like they've been playing a solid brand of basketball. They just think they need to push the pace and box out and continue to get to their spots, and they feel like their shots are start falling as they continue doing just that. And on the other end, the Mighty Oaks and Coach AJ believes that he needs to get the bigs involved. Every basketball fan knows that when the more you touch the ball offensively, the harder you're going to play defensively. He feels like if he gets his bigs involved, they will do just that. However, it's been a tough thing to do with the makeup of the Gunners because the Gunners are very guard heavy, meaning that you're going to play a lot of small ball as we see. Actually, we have bigs in right now, but they play a small brand of basketball, so it's hard to get his rotations in, and that's something that he's going to do a better job of, and he wants to continue to play Mighty Oak basketball, and that's what we've seen thus far.
Dylan King missed the shot there, and now here come the Mighty Oaks going the other direction. Or excuse me, the Gunners going the other direction. Few dribbles in, the step back by Ashley Thomas. No good. Anthony Young will push the ball in transition. Young to Wesley. Wesley has that one bounce over the backboard. Unlucky shooter's touch there.
The Mighty Oaks aren't shooting terrible from three, about 31% as a team. Now you just want to see some of those shots starting to fall.
Malik Watson rising and making the
shot.
mid-range.
Beautiful shot, getting in and out of his package, getting a nice rhythm dribble, knocking it home. Malik Watson is going to have a dynamic offensive performance for the Gunners to win this one.
Up top, Ashley Thomas. Down low, Matt Richardson fouled as he goes up for the shot.
Matt Richardson has been very aggressive in this game whenever he had the opportunity to do so. And right there you see him being the beneficiary of that aggression. Does a great job all over the court. He's from Georgia, so Georgia boy coming out of Southern Crescent Technical College, a former Tiger, averaging about 10 points per game, 2 steals per game, and more importantly, knocks down his free throws at 83%.
So a few free throws knocked down there. Jonathan Johnson. He told us before the game not to call him John Johnson, but I love it, honestly.
It's so hard to not say.
It's such a classic. It rolls off the tongue.
Boom, boom, John Johnson. But we can't say it. So Johnny Johnson.
Jonathan Johnson. He said when I told him, I said I love saying John Johnson. At the half, he was like, "You can't call me that, man. It sounds like I'm the manager at a Costco." Which is best thing I've heard all day.
Oh, man. Great guy. Does a lot for his team, and his team loves his energy that he brings. Hustles all over the court, and that's kind of the identity of the Mighty Oaks. Hustlers, aggressive, tenacious winners. They love to win, and right now they're doing just that.
We have a lot of fun here on the broadcast for the FBA. Thomas dribbling in, up with the right hand, and it's good.
Took him all the way to the rack. Great job by Ashley.
Ashley Thomas now with 10 points. A 53-49 game with under 9 minutes left to play. Jonathan Johnson missed the shot there. And here they come, going the other direction. A high arcing three. And oh, Rodney Walker almost put that one down.
Phenomenal block though.
And a three hit by Anthony Young.
Wow. What a possession. Walker tried to take the rim off. Great job getting the block, and then Anthony Young bangs home the trifecta. I am 100% okay with seeing a lot of that coming down the stretch of this ball game.
So, interesting fact here about Rodney Walker. He actually had open heart surgery 6 months ago.
Wow.
I learned that before the game. How about that? That's a fact
And
that you
he's
probably would have never known
and
with the hops like that.
playing so well offensively and just rising.
Wow.
What an athlete and what a man to be able to come back from open heart surgery and come back and play at this high level. That's not something a lot of people can say.
So up top, here's Richardson, the bounce pass over to the right to Watson. Watson the jab step, Watson the shot, and he couldn't put that one through. Anthony Young the other direction, and a foul.
You accept that though, because Watson just hustles. He came all the way from the other end of the court and just chased him down and forced a tough shot. Too much contact, called for the foul. But you live with that. You can't tame a true lion, and Watson is a lion.
So Jonathan Johnson from the free throw stripe, he actually shoots pretty well from everywhere on the floor, 73% from the stripe, and he's been shooting pretty well today. He makes the second one a 58-49 ball game. Missed the first one, so splits the free throws. Now here's Malik Watson. King couldn't put that one through. Now down low to Demirovic. Demirovic has that one knocked viciously away by Dylan King. And Dylan King giving him a little side eye. Love that.
Dylan King, emphatic block on the electrician, round 2.
Other side, Matt Richardson, no good. James Wesley going the other direction. Whitley, right wing three. That one's off the mark.
And that's something the Gunners said they needed to work on at half, was just putting a body on a body. Wesley being the beneficiary of the lackluster box out of the Gunners, getting that tip to go up and in.
So a timeout taken on the floor, an 11-point lead for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, who seem to kind of hit cruise control, but they shouldn't get too comfortable with any lead here. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management. More basketball action for you here. Coming out of that timeout break. It's a 60-49 ball game. The Mighty Oaks still in the lead by 11. The theme for the Mighty Oaks is turnovers, keeping their turnovers low. Down low, Garcia couldn't make 2 tip-ins, and will try to get the third rebound. No, tapped out of bounds.
Very tenacious on that block, but just not able to get that ball to go in, and that is a very tough possession from the Gunners. You have point-blank opportunities, and you're not able to capitalize.
Anthony Young out beyond the arc on the left side, now dribbles in, gets into the restricted area, and is fouled on the pass. So now 3 team fouls on the Tampa Gunners, 2 on the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. We're about halfway through the third quarter.
I think you jinxed them earlier saying that they didn't foul.
Every time I say
because
something.
you say something like that, and immediately we just get fouled back to back.
Jonathan Johnson just short on the 3. Garcia, the other side, tries to lay it up with the left hand and is fouled.
One thing about Garcia, you watch him play the game of basketball offensively, and you're not necessarily shocked by his athletic ability until you witness him just so calmly dissect the defense with his deceptive speed, and because he really knows how to utilize his angles and his body. And right there you see him doing just that, kind of lulling his guy to sleep, and Jaquan Whitley lulling him to sleep, and then just exploding to the rim and getting an attempt at the rack or at the free throw line to shoot 2.
Garcia studying geometry at one point in his life, and now uses his capability with angles here in basketball, and puts both of them through. It's a 60-51 game.
And the Gunners have done a great job getting back into this game, playing how they envisioned they would play.
Whitley to the right side, a long 3 from Young, and it's off to the right. Encarnacion the rebound, and he'll push the ball up the floor. Bounce pass left to Malik Watson, and he has that one tapped from behind by Whitley. James Wesley recovers.
Oh.
Wesley to Young down low, and that one's stolen away by Matt Richardson, and he's off to the races. Back to Malik Watson, who puts it through. It's a 7-point game.
Great job by the Gunners turning defense into offense. That was something they needed to work on in this first half, just being stout on defense, and they're going right back to that culture that they're trying to create there.
Wesley up with the right hand and gets through traffic in the lane.
Beautiful take.
Down low, shot missed by Ashley Thomas, and now here come the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. They lead by 9. Wesley having a little trouble against Malik Watson, and catch and shoot from Whitley. Good! Oh my!
Big time shot by Jaquan Whitley. Lives beyond the arc, and right there you see just why.
Richardson getting through traffic and going up easy with the left hand. It seemed like they just completely cleared a lane for him.
That was beautiful. He's so quick. He catches defenses while they're shifting. They're trying to figure things out, and boom, there's Richardson attacking the lane, getting a nice little right to left lay-in.
Richardson now with 8 points, but a 10-point lead for the Mighty Oaks with under 5 minutes to play in the third. Garcia down low to Encarnacion, and Encarnacion stopped and said, "Wait, really? Anthony Young's guarding me?"
Yeah, that was funny because he paused, like expecting someone else to come. It was just Anthony Young. No one else was home.
Up top, Whitley, few dribbles in, over to Jonathan Johnson to the left, and tapped out of bounds by the Gunners.
That was a pretty nice catch though by Johnny Johnson. Unfortunately, now I giggle.
Not to be confused with John Johnson, who is a complete
he works at Costco.
Enigma that some guy Jesse came up with. That guy doesn't know anything anyways. Here's Johnny Johnson up top, driving down low, and makes the layup on the left side.
Looking at the refs like, man, nothing, I can't get a thing, huh? Great take and great finish.
That ball tipped around. Encarnacion and Malik Watson running after it. Encarnacion, right side from the right block, goes up with his right hand.
Beautiful take.
Encarnacion with 8 points. The deficit to 8. How about the step back jumper by Anthony Young?
He has such a nice handle on the ball and gets into the seam like he usually does, puts his foot in the ground, step back, bang, bang play. Great job by Anthony Young.
Richardson down the lane again, taken away by Johnson. 3.5 minutes to play in the third. We're in game 3 of our quadruple header. We got one more for you. It's the Sunday night game of the week. Produced and directed by Jesse O and Alvin Delvey, and Ensign Garcia hits a shot in the left corner. That's good, a 7-point deficit.
Look at this.
Now for the Gunners.
Wow. Just pure desire and passion oozing out of Bridgerton on that possession. Just diving on the ball while Anthony Young is in the middle of his dribble. And Anthony Young has the ball on the string. So for him to be able to do that, that just goes to show how invested he is in this game.
The jump ball between Anthony Young and Matt Richardson, the two small guys.
The little guys, the mini
this. I love this.
Watch the ref throw it to the roof.
Do it. I dare you. And the Gunners win that one. Garcia setting up a 3 and very much off the front iron. Gets his second chance as he cuts towards the basket and puts it through.
And that's that deceptive speed right there. He shoots the 3, you're watching the ball, oh, that's a beautiful shot, and then he goes right back to collect his rebound and put it up and in. Great job by Garcia realizing what this quarter is. It is the money quarter. You have to win this quarter if you want to win the game. This is also very you don't want to be in this situation if you're the Mighty Oaks. This is exactly the same situation Brevard was in, letting the underdog hang around long in this game. You have to put them away as soon as possible or things could get ugly.
Mighty Oaks having trouble with that this season. Reggie Lowe hits a 3 and the lead cut to 2 for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. And wow, Gainesville kind of lets teams go on these interesting sorts of runs and never really puts them away completely.
That was a huge bomb by Reggie Lowe, the former player of the week. And now they have another opportunity.
Matt Richardson gets by everyone and ties this one up at 69 apiece. Matt Richardson with 10 points now. And the Mighty Oaks are going to have to figure something out. A turnover. Ensign Garcia from right up top, over left side. Matt Richardson, the extra pass, Reggie Lowe for 3. And Whitley the rebound. Whitley throwing it ahead, tipped around by Richardson, and out.
And that's exactly the issue that you will come across if you are the big dog versus the little dog. You cannot let this team hang around. It is knotted up at 69 with 1 minute and 54 seconds left in the third quarter. There's tons of basketball to be played. However, the Gunners are on a huge run right now. They have all the momentum. How will the Mighty Oaks quell this run?
James Wesley, the bounce pass, and the answer to your question is Edin Demirovic. That's how they quell the run. Up by 2 again are the Gainesville Mighty Oaks.
Great job by Mighty Oaks, understanding what they need to do and getting an easy basket by the electrician.
Ensign Garcia, another 3. What about this guy? Ensign Garcia now with 18 points. Hayes for 3 right side. That one's off the mark. And Malik Watson pulls down the rebound. Here comes Gonzalez going the other direction. Malik Watson down low through traffic. Makes the shot. And the Gunners have the lead. 74-71. How about the run by the Gunners, who now lead with 1 minute and 5 left to go in the third. And there's a fight on the floor. Whitley hits the deck. A few punches were thrown. People have to be separated. Dylan King saying some words, and he gets over towards the bench. AJ Stallworth is holding him back. It's Whitley and the big man, Dylan King, going at it. And now they're still going. Joquan Whitley won't stop talking. Dylan King trying to get into this. They're separated at the seams. Down in the corner. We wish you could see this on camera, and I hope you are getting it.
It's an all-out smackdown.
Gonzalez has to be separated. Dylan King and Joquan Whitley have to be completely separated. Coach AJ Stallworth and Rafael Gonzalez come out onto the floor. Somebody lost their keys. Jonathan Johnson gave me his keys. I have a new car. It's a beautiful Dodge.
It's probably a Hellcat. Let's take it for a spin.
Woo. Wow, what fun that was. And Dylan King still a little bit upset.
Beautiful play call, Jesse. That is how you handle that situation. I just want you to know you did a phenomenal job of making sure fans everywhere that stayed tuned in to the exciting action that FBA brings knew exactly what was happening. I think you deserve a medal, my guy.
I mean, that was a lot of fun for me. I barely even know what happened there, but you know, sometimes you just gotta call it like you see it. And, well, there was a lot to see on that one, I think. I don't know, you tell me.
I didn't see the initial action. I didn't see what initially caused it.
Yeah.
But tensions are boiling, and that's what happens when you have a good game. Two teams going at it, and now you have each coach talking to their guys. AJ's talking to the Gunners guys, letting them know his thoughts. I wish we could hear what is going on, but man, oh man. This is exciting.
You know what's interesting? I'm wondering if we'll have any ejections.
I'd imagine that's probably what they're talking about right now, trying to find who's going to be ejected, because it was everywhere. It started on one side of the court and it bled to the bench. It's not as easy as it being in the middle of the court and having guys run out. So now sifting to see who was the one who actually initiated it, and then because I believe those are going to be the main guys who gets ejected, and then from there, just trying to stop the bleeding. In our replay booth in Winter Park. Oh. Wow.
So now we're going to have some replays being watched. This is the first time for the FBA. We have replays.
This is beautiful.
Oh, man. I love this. So it looks like, from what happened on the tape,
Coach AJ just took my car keys.
I don't have a Dodge anymore. Oh, it's Coach AJ's. I had his car keys. Oh, man, he would have been very upset then if I ran away with that one.
I know. We would have had to scoot the seat up a little bit, you know, but it's okay.
Yeah. Oh, he's got the height advantage on me. Any day that ends in Y.
Oh, man.
74 to 71. All this happened. We're still in the third quarter. 1 minute and 5 seconds left to play in the third. 3 team fouls apiece for both of the teams. And
man,
wow, what just happened? I'm thoroughly curious now.
I don't know what initially started it. Maybe it was just because, you know, when you're playing in tightly contested games, I don't know about other competitors, but myself, as an athlete and a lot of people I played with, you talk a lot. You say a lot of things. That's what gets you in the zone, putting pressure on other guys, verbally trying to play the mind game, you know. But sometimes it could bleed a little bit, and right there we just saw it bleed. We don't really know what was said or how it really erupted, but it was really at that timeout call. So the Gunners are going on a nice run, and then some things were said and emotions boiled over.
Yeah, I mean, it's also frustrating for Gainesville, you know.
100%.
And now they're trailing by 3 at this point.
To a team that's 0-3.
Yeah.
They haven't won yet, and that's what this day has been. The team of the defeateds winning, and the Mighty Oaks are not trying to be on the back end of that.
So I'm curious to see what the official call will be here. We still have no idea. And this is all, Alvin and I are obviously throwing out a lot of speculation here as to
This is all
what
speculation.
happened. But
No facts.
you never know.
I mean, we could be right, but
I thought what I was saying was relatively
Oh,
true.
no, you called it phenomenally. However, on the back end of it, our hindsight bias is not 2020 because we didn't really know. We are just, these are all theories we're throwing out there. Pure entertainment. Fans gobble it up as
I'm
much as you
upset
want.
about?
What?
How they put some beautiful windows perfectly placed in this building, just enough so that I can see outside that it's a blue and sunny day, barely any clouds in the sky.
No rain.
Meanwhile, I've been trying to go out to the beach this week, and it's been nothing but pouring.
Yep. Gray clouds, lightning.
Yeah, it's like, and you can't go in the water in a hurricane. It's just, the lightning hits the water. I don't want to get, fried. That
is not the Friday we like.
No, absolutely not. I mean, and it's Friday afternoon, you walk outside, oh, well, okay, whatever. But on Sunday, you want it to be sunny.
And the worst part about it is,
and I'm not saying I hate it. I love basketball. I love it.
Yes.
But if the universe, please, could you just pick a day that's not a Sunday that I can just, go to the pool or something? We'd love to enjoy the sunshine in the Sunshine State. It hasn't been sunny in the Sunshine State for the last 2 weeks.
Unfortunately.
Like, have you seen the sun?
In the summer,
it's like hiding.
Florida is not, you don't get sun in Florida during the summer. You get it in the morning or on Sundays when you're stuck inside. That's usually how it goes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy because we are seeing perfectly blue skies, nice fluffy white clouds from inside of a gym.
Yes.
And we're
right in the inside
we're locked in for another 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly. And the worst part is our producer today now, Mark King, bought a few pizzas and we can't even eat them. They're going to be gone before we eat them.
Oh, we can't write this up. We can't make this up. We can't write it in a script.
So let's talk about the first 2 games real quick. You had the Pride winning their first game of the season versus the Brevard Bobcats. That was a little bit of a shocker for me, at least, because the Brevard Bobcats gave the Florida Flight a good run for their money. But the Pride came out like a completely different team today. And then in the second game of the day, also kind of an unexpected way for that one to turn out. Obviously, the Tide are a good team, 5-1 now on the season, but they had to make a really late run in that game as well.
And just, I think the biggest game that we've seen, the biggest upset we've seen this season was the Pride, because Brevard is arguably number 2 in the league behind the Flight, in my opinion. That's my opinion, but I believe they play that well of basketball. They play very solid together. They have the second leading scorer in the league, and versus the Pride, who were formerly 0-5. They lost 5 straight games, and we figured that was going to continue. However, they did a great job of recreating themselves. They found a new clock to cut themselves from, and they did a phenomenal job of getting that victory.
So, Mike Rivera, what do you got for us?
All right, here's what we got for the clarification of the ruling. So we have a technical foul and an ejection for number 5, Raekwon Whitley, I believe his last name.
Whitley, yeah.
And then number 55, the Gunners, is also ejected, so we have a technical on him. And then we have a technical on 35 for the taunting that initiated everything that started all of it.
Got it.
Got it?
Perfect.
So we have we're going to actually have 1 shot for White, and then black ball still coming in. They're the one that took the time out before all of the runs.
Yes. Love our official explanations from Mike Rivera wearing number 34.
Beautifully put. And that clarifies everything. We saw Juan Gonzalez leave earlier, and that's interesting because he is a vocal leader for this Gunner team. So to hear him be the one to initiate the downfall of the team is shocking, because right now, if you're the Gunners, you don't need to do anything extracurricular. Your play is talking loud right now. You're in the lead with with a minute left in the third quarter. You won the money quarter. Now you have to ride this wave and go into the fourth quarter strong and close this game out. However, by initiating this, you give the Mighty Oaks, you poke the bear in the Mighty Oaks. So let's see how this game will unfold, because now tensions are high and we're going to see some exciting basketball.
Do we think this is a rivalry in the making?
Definitely. These teams clearly don't like each other as people, so now they're going to take
if that wasn't evident before, well, now we've seen it.
Now we know. And if you didn't know, now you know. Because both of these teams are going to go head-to-head a few more times this year. And it's interesting because the Tampa Gunners have a solid shot of winning this ball game. However, the Mighty Oaks still have a lot of weapons to use.
So here comes the one-shot technical. That's a make by Jared Doherty. Wow, so a few technicals thrown around. So Dylan King ejected, Joquan Whitley ejected, and Juan Gonzalez for Tampa was the one that started it all.
Yep.
How about that?
Interesting. And he seems like he is on the court, which he should have been ejected if I heard correctly, if I wasn't mistaken.
No. He's not the one that gets ejected because he didn't do anything physical. He just got a technical for what he was talking, which is what the one shot there was.
Okay. So offsetting and then
offsetting and then he gets the second one. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Now,
you know what's interesting? I've never seen Mark King run up faster for something that he did once that whole thing started.
Clarification and correction. It was white that called the timeout previous to the action to the melee. So there's this white ball, not black ball.
So Gainesville gets the ball now because they called a timeout. So let's go back down to the floor. And thank you for sticking with us. Again, alongside me, that's Alvin Delvey. I'm Jesse O. And we're always happy to be bringing you FBA basketball. 1:05 left to play in the third. Wow, what a party that was, Alvin. That was awesome.
What a game. It's not every day you get to see that.
No.
And it was handled very well, and we are right back into some phenomenal action. It's a 2-point ball game with a minute left in the third.
Hayes trying to get inside, couldn't get one to fall. And now, here it is going the other way. And you know, as a broadcaster, you always look for new things to kind of get you not necessarily into a sport, but just kind of like keep you engaged, as always. And I am full on in it, baby.
We are rocking and rolling, and so is Eden Demirovich doing a great job getting that to go up and in, knotting it up at 74 apiece. Oh, good move.
Garcia has that one tipped away. Hayes going the other direction. Jonathan Johnson, right side. Wesley, one dribble back to Johnson, and Johnson drawing some contact, contested, and made the shot, and the lead back for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks.
Mighty Oaks are trying to pour it on to end this third quarter. They have their emotions on their sleeve.
Malik Watson up top, Denson Garcia for a long three.
Look at that hustle.
Malik Watson stepped out of bounds.
You just have to love watching him hustle all over the court.
Inbound pass to Demirovich with 0.8 seconds on the clock. So here comes probably inbounds and a heave. 76 to 74. The inbounds. And that will be it for our third quarter of a lot of action. So now, I think the only thing you can do is just stick around for the fourth quarter in just a second because, wow, that was awesome. Keep it tuned here. A lot more action coming for you in the fourth quarter of this ball game. The pass down low to Demirovic to start the fourth quarter. And now
Back ball.
78-74 the ball game. After the Demirovic shot. Gainesville Mighty Oaks lead by 4. Garcia, few dribbles in, spinning inside, and Demirovic fouls him as he goes up for the shot.
Wow. Garcia is very deceptive with his dribble and his quickness. Very elusive with the rock. Nice little hezzy. Attacks very aggressively towards the center of the lane, spins out of it, nothing to do but foul, knocks home the first free throw. Great job by Ensign.
Gonzalez off the mark on the three. 78-75. Gonzalez to the right wing. Encarnacion has that one swatted away by Johnson, but Malik Watson puts it through.
Great job being attentive and being at the right place at the right time for Malik Watson, corralling that rebound off the block and putting it up and in.
Shot miss there. Doherty inside from the left elbow. That one bounces around and drops in.
That's such a sweet shooter's role. Very fundamental, getting into the seam. Nice form on the jump shot. Great job by Doherty.
Doherty came into the game shooting 50% from the field. And he's a shooter. He doesn't just go down low, which is kind of amazing. And 44% from beyond the arc, 100% from the free throw stripe. Reggie Lowe, that low arcing shot ties the ball game up at 80. Reggie Lowe with 12 points.
That was a huge shot by Reggie. Really making the big shots in this game.
Demirovic backing in on Garcia, and Garcia pulls down the rebound. Throws it ahead to Malik Watson. Now Watson dribbling right, throws it up off to the right side by Paco Dervishi, who did a good job of going straight up in the air.
Watson just really ran out of real estate on that one, trying to get it up and in from pretty far out. Trying to draw the contact. Great job by not bailing him out on that one.
And honestly, some great officiating this game from our officials by right call officials. And wearing number 34 in front of us is Mike Rivera, and then number 13 is Ramses Kelly, and he's the crew chief this game alongside Alex Vasquez wearing number 7. They've been doing a great job all game and did a great job of officiating sort of that. I don't want to say it was a brawl, but it kind of was. It was like Super Smash Bros.
Malice in the Palace Winter Park Edition.
Malice in the Palace. I like that. I'm gonna use that.
Beautiful. And they did a great job officiating. Came back, good explanation. Not too often you get that. So I don't know if they've had many reps at that, but we couldn't tell because they did a phenomenal job.
And also we had our first instance of a replay today in the FBA.
We're growing.
We are. That's a new sign.
Fedora King is smiling.
Just wait until you see us later this season.
Every game we get better.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Games are better. Broadcast is better. Cameras better. We're on the up and up. And thanks for all the fans that are here for this journey, watching, tuning in every time. We appreciate you more than you know.
So now some more talking going on the floor. Dylan King was going to be escorted out by Rafael Gonzalez, the head coach, and some words happening. Let's see what happens. AJ Stallworth having a few words. It looks like Rodney Walker is heading out of the building as well. So a lot of stuff kind of going on that we just do not know about. But hopefully we can figure it out soon. Resume play in a sec. 80-80. The score in the ball game.
So definitely a good game. Both these teams have done just enough to match the other team. They've gone run for run, turnover for turnover, shot for shot, everything.
There's a steal by the Gunners.
Turnover
an immediate
for turnover.
Dervishi towing the line. Johnson trying the putback. Here come the Gunners going the other direction. Gonzalez over to the right side. Reggie Lowe one step in from the right wing, off the mark. Encarnacion down low to Watson, who will put up 2 points to take the lead for the Gunners.
Beautiful no-look dime.
Anthony Young shifting over towards the right, now to Johnson, and Johnson taking a long two. Back tied up at 82. 9 minutes to play in the fourth. Still 9 minutes to play in the fourth?
Yeah, we just witnessed the longest game. This is how it feels to be in the NBA.
Well, I see what Jeff Van Gundy was saying the other day when it was just like so much stoppage time.
Yeah.
I understand now. Van Gundy's got a point.
You got a point, Van Gundy, and he knew it. Great move.
Dervishi inside to Demirovic, up with the finger roll.
Phenomenal. Paco shifting his man and getting it to Demirovic to finish it home, getting them a 2-point advantage down the stretch of this one.
Garcia up with the right hand. That one just rattles out. Encarnacion the rebound. Reggie Lowe. A little rainbow into the cup. All back tied up at 84. 14 points for Reggie Lowe. Doherty, a takedown low. Into Demirovic. And that one tapped out of bounds by Garcia. (84-84) still the score. 8.5 minutes to... I still can't believe that happened. I'm like thinking about like, wow, I've never seen Mark King, Fedora King, get up out of his seat that fast.
Got around all
and
the
honestly,
traffic.
put this guy in the 100-meter sprint in the Olympics. That would be the coolest thing to see. Although he would have to wear the fedora.
Yeah, he has to wear the fedora.
Honestly, I would love to see him do like what's the hurdles? Put him in the hurdles. Gonzalez down low, fouled. As he went up for the shot. 8.5 minutes to play in the fourth. 84-84 the score.
I can't stop thinking of everyone in like tracksuits and then Mark Fedora King in a full-out suit with his fedora and his blocks.
But the trick is he'd have to get a colored fedora and have to match his outfit. Would he have USA colors?
Yeah.
Florida Flight colors? What color would the fedora be?
Like the jacket. Remember in our Edgewater game, the defensive coordinator, how he had that jacket. That's looking like Captain America.
Honestly, I'm going to start a campaign on GoFundMe. Mark King to the Olympics.
And just clip
We're
him up.
raising money.
Getting over the
Doherty on the long two on the left side.
This game is outrageous. We're seeing everything we wanted to see in UFC. From NBA, we're just watching it all. You put it all with the FBA.
Young trying to pull out for a three. Watson the rebound. Watson ahead to Lowe. Lowe, right corner, takes a three, and airballs it. Demirovic, the go-ahead pass to Hayes. Hayes, inside to Johnson, back to Hayes, left wing three. That one's off the mark, tapped out of bounds, off of Demirovic.
And that's a good job, just making sure they get all the looks that they've been trying to get. That was a wide open shot by Jabari Hayes. You have to shoot that. Unfortunate, it didn't go in.
Ensign Garcia off the mark. And Whitley the rebound. Johnson going down low into the lane, up over Malik Watson.
Connie Johnson doing it all this game, and he is having himself a good one.
2-3 zone defense by the Mighty Oaks. Garcia up top, now to the right wing, back to Garcia, dribbling into the restricted area. Gonzalez now dribbling in on Young. Gonzalez throws it off the backboard. Demirovic the rebound, the pass ahead to Doherty, and Doherty is fouled.
Malik Watson with the theatrics. Good job hustling back. Doherty elevating and had to get touched on that one. See if he can knock these free throws down. We know what free throws look like in the fourth quarter.
Doherty's first one is up and good.
That's not the only shot Doherty is able to pour in. He is a bartender in St. Augustine. So next time we're in St. Augustine for a game, we might have to stop by.
A nightcap is what I call it. Ball's off the mark on that shot. Encarnacion, low, Garcia, three, good! Ensign Garcia with 21 points. And the Gunners trail by one.
Huge shot by Garcia.
Young being shifty, getting into the lane. Demirovic tried the putback. Garcia saves it. Throws it ahead to Watson. Watson going at Doherty. Johnson, other side three. Off the front iron.
Garcia is glass eating right now.
Low up with the right hand, and the Gunners take the lead, 91-90.
Who would have thought this game would be so tight? Only a 1-point lead in the fourth quarter, and it's held by the Gunners.
Young, the bounce pass down to the right block. Demirovic down low, getting inside and making the shot. That's what they got to do the rest of the game.
Feed the electrician. He has been the hot hand, the steady constant for them. Might have to get Johnny Johnson involved as well.
Garcia a long three. Demirovic the rebound, under 5 minutes to play. 1 point lead for the Mighty Oaks. Ball cut off by Encarnacion, who should have looked ahead, and he had Reggie Lowe wide open. Now back to Encarnacion, dribbling in, turning around.
Smoked it.
And couldn't make the layup. Gonzalez, right wing three. Perfect! And a timeout taken on the floor. 94-92, the score in the game. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks trailing by 2. What a big back and forth we're seeing here in the fourth quarter. And this is all the FBA action we could have wanted on our FBA quadruple header on a beautiful Sunday afternoon.
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. On my way, on my way. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW.
Back here for one more quarter of action. Jesse O, Alvin Delvey, and 4:30 left to go in the fourth. Alvin, wow.
No words really could describe what we're feeling right now. We're seeing a defeated team. Actually, both defeated teams played phenomenally today, and we're witnessing that right now. Tampa Gunners 0-3. Competing against a 2-4 team in the Mighty Oaks, doing a great job at that. They have a 2-point lead.
That ball tipped around, Matt Richardson recovers, and here comes Richardson the other way. The bounce pass to Encarnacion down low. Doherty a rebound. Pass ahead. Johnson spinning and getting past Garcia to make the shot.
Beautiful move by Johnny Johnson.
94-94 with 4 minutes left to play. Turnaround jumper. There's a no on that one. Anthony Young working the clock. A three. The give up to Johnson inside. Demirovic feeding Johnson has been a success story all day.
That was just beautiful basketball. That was art right there. Getting the board and the nice turnaround deceptive pass to Johnny Johnson and him throwing it that chocolate float way up in the sky and dropping it home.
Ball hit out of bounds. So here come the Gunners. Immediate catch and shoot from Garcia, and that was well off to the left.
Pandemic P.
Three minutes to play in the fourth. Doherty, few dribbles inside, and he tried to get Demirovic. It's cut off by Garcia. Right side, Reggie Lowe, one dribble and a three. Malik Watson down low, going up, and a good job of making some separation before he went up for that shot.
Great job by Malik Watson. Getting that second chance to go up and in, just hustling all over the court.
Anthony Young up top, got it!
That's what you want to see if you're Mighty Oaks. Anthony Young taking those nice mid-range jump shots and getting them to fall.
Low up top, cross court, left corner, Malik Watson for a three. Boom! Gunners take the lead again. They're up by 1, 99 to 88.
He can shoot threes too. Malik Watson banging home a huge trifecta.
Anthony Young up top. Hayes a three himself. And Doherty a putback.
Great job being at the right place at the right time, knowing how to read the rebound and getting that to drop.
Under 2 minutes to play. Reggie Lowe a pump fake. And now Garcia with a take to the basket. That one's off the mark. 1:30 in the fourth. Johnson swatted away by Watson. Good steal by Watson. Now ahead to Reggie Lowe. Mid-stride, throwing it up off balance. Young pulls down the rebound. He'll throw it ahead to Doherty. And a timeout taken by Coach A.J. Stallworth. It's a good timeout there. 1 minute and 8 seconds to play in the ball game. 100 to 99. All of the games today in our quadruple header coming down to the final seconds.
World where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
It's a 1-point game differential as we come out of this timeout break. Alvin. Both teams have been neck and neck pretty much all game. No one has had a clear advantage. Over 5 lead changes here in the fourth quarter. How is someone going to pull away with this one?
So it's definitely going to come down to feeding the hot hand. For the Mighty Oaks, they're doing a great job of getting Eden Demirovic and Johnny Johnson the ball, and Anthony Young, and actually everyone who's on the court can really ball right now. They all have a decently hot hand. However, just have to take care of the basketball. In that last possession, Johnny Johnson was trying to be too unselfish, and that resulted in a turnover. As for the Gunners, they just need to make their layups. They get point-blank looks, and they just cannot finish the layups.
Mighty Oaks get the ball back with 52 seconds on the game clock. Stay tuned. We got one more game for you coming right after this. It's our Sunday night game of the week. We're excited to watch the Florida Flight and the Claremont Crocs go head-to-head.
That's going to be a dynamic game.
Paco Dervishi from the baseline. 10 feet away from the basket. Paco's hit some big shots today. 102-99. Ashley Thomas to bring the ball up the floor. Still a 2-3 zone defense by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. A quick pass to the left. Garcia trying to get inside. Now to Encarnacion up with the little flip.
Great job getting that chocolate float up and in when it really matters. Getting them back to within 1.
An 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock as the clock is ticking down to end this ball game. Anthony Young off balance, and Demirovic the putback.
That is huge by the electrician.
Reggie Lowe down low with an easy basket. 10 seconds left to go. They're going to immediately foul. Hayes has the ball in his hands and a timeout taken by Gainesville. .4 seconds left to go in the ball game. So here comes some fouls probably. 104 to 103.
And that's a great call, timeout call by AJ, Coach AJ, to get them past half court. Now, the ball is in their hands.
Ball tapped out of bounds, 8.8 on the game clock. The inbound to Nemirovic, and Nemirovic fouled immediately. So it's foul at Nemirovic time.
But he's not terrible from the free throw line.
No,
he shoots
not.
about 67%, which is pretty solid for a big man.
Young up top to Dervishi, and Dervishi is fouled again. A couple fouls to give by the Gunners.
Just trying to avoid the fouls so that the 2.7 can get to 000. 2.7
on the clock. The inbound to Nemirovic, and Nemirovic down low, and a foul with 0.8 seconds left to go on the clock.
This is so dramatic.
So they got to inbound it and try not to get fouled for 0.8 seconds.
Yep. And if they can do that, the Mighty Oaks just escapes the grasp of the Tampa Gunners.
The inbounds. And is that it? And that is it. Wow, what a game. 104 to 103, the final score. The Tampa Gunners drop to 0-4 on the season, and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks get back in the win column finally and move to 3-4. We're gonna take a break real quick, and we'll come back for the post-game show in just a second. Well, that was a nail biter and had a lot more action than the first two games definitely did. 104 to 103 is the final score. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks get back in the win column. Alvin, your player of the game.
definitely has to be Eden Demirovic. He did a great job down the stretch, just getting putback buckets and just facilitating and doing everything he needed to do to will his team to victory.
Eden Demirovic with 20 points, Jonathan Johnson with 23, and they were the leading scorers for their team in the game. Ensign Garcia on the other side for the Tampa Gunners had 21 points, and wow, that game seemed to have everything. We have one more game for you here to wrap up our quadruple header. It's the Florida Flight and the Claremont Crocs, two of the best teams in the FBA. So stay tuned, a lot more basketball on the way, and this one is our Sunday night game of the week, and Alvin and I will be producing this one, so it'll be a lot of fun. So stay tuned, keep it here, and we'll see you in just a couple minutes for our Sunday night game of the week.